And you don't want to mess with snakes, especially if they're giants. Some are aggressive, though others appear docile. Burmese python. You ever gone to a reptile owner's house and it's likely you met one of these? This is because the Burmese python is a generally docile snake, even though they're giants at 16 to 23 feet and weigh up to 200 pounds. That said, unless you know what you're doing, I wouldn't recommend putting your guard down around them. Why is that? Because attacks on handlers are not uncommon. They're not always deadly. Are you willing to take that chance? Anyway, these snakes are native to the Southeast Asian jungles and marshes. When young, they tend to spend most of their time in the trees. However, when they grow into adults, they become ground-dwelling because of how difficult it is for them to climb, given their new size, of course. That being said, though, they are pretty heavy, and they're excellent swimmers and can be underwater for up to 30 minutes before needing to surface for air. Shouldn't be surprising that these snakes are carnivores and kill by constriction. At least, unlike the other one, they squeeze the small mammal to death before consuming them. A small mercy, but mercy regardless. Amethystine python. I won't lie to you. Given his name, I fully expected a purple-skinned snake. However, I found out that this python is just a fancy way of referring to the scrub python, which is a huge non-venomous snake species. Oh well, at least it's still pretty interesting. The amethystine python is a giant snake. In fact, it's the largest species native to Australia. But let's get something straight. This is due to their overall length. They're not necessarily as heavy as the previous entries. That being said, their size varies greatly depending on several factors, including their vicinity, food available, and genetics. On average, these guys are about 7 to 13 feet long. They can usually be found in shrubland, farmland, and rainforests. Unfortunately for those in the agricultural industry, if you ask me, but what can you do? It's also said that these snakes can be found in rural communities with plenty of prey, like birds, rodents, and other small animals. Terrifying to think about, but at least they only feed every other week. I clean the basement to make sure the rats aren't around. Titanoboa. This was the largest snake the world had ever known, and you know what? It ruled the world for 6 million years after the extinction of the T-Rex. Meet the Titanoboa. An international team of scientists found the skeleton of the Titanoboa cerriginensis in Colombia. It was then transferred to the Florida Museum of Natural History, where experts started studying it. According to paleontologist Jonathan Block, the snake is estimated to be 42 to 45 feet long, making it the same size as the T-Rex displayed at Chicago's Field Museum. Jason Head, another paleontologist from Mississauga, said that the snake's body was so wide that if it were alive and moving down the hall in search of prey, it'd have to squeeze its way through doors. Aside from its length, it's estimated to weigh about 1.25 tons, making it difficult to imagine escaping something of that size. But hey, what already did us a favor. Snake's gone, and all we have left of it are bones. Hopefully we won't go all Jurassic World and bring it back, though. Reticulated python. Yeah, you definitely don't want to get on this snake's bad side. Numerous records of them being over 20 feet long, and they're even longer than the green anaconda, another snake people consider to be the largest in the world. The reticulated python is native to the rainforest of Southeast Asia. According to records, the biggest recorded reticulated python was 28.5 feet long and weighed 320 pounds. Given its sheer size, it's understandable to believe one wouldn't fall victim to it. However, don't underestimate it just because of that. Their skin provides ample camouflage, so you won't spot them until it's too late. So, if I were you, I'd be checking everywhere at least thrice if I'm out on a hike in the wild, especially since these guys are known to be quite aggressive as well. Unlike other snakes in this entry, though, despite being hunted a lot because of the commercial skin trade and the persecution they receive from humans, this species maintains a large population even in heavily populated areas. Watch out, folks. If you're not careful, they may seek revenge instead. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it, it really works. Green anaconda. Time for the biggest boy to make his appearance on this list. The green anaconda is the largest snake in the world. Though its cousin, the reticulated python, can reach greater lengths, the python cannot compete with this snake's enormous girth. Reaching sizes up to 30 feet and weighing up to 550 pounds, it's no wonder this snake is considered the biggest and the baddest. Green anacondas are residents of swamps, marshes, and streams that can be found in the tropical rainforest of the Amazon and Orinoco basins. They're slow on land, but in the water? Oh boy. May as well be sharks with how stealthy they are. What makes them extra dangerous than the other swimmers on this list is that they have nasal openings at the top of their heads, making it entirely possible for them to stay submerged for longer periods.